I've been. All the places and spaces 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 I've been.
What's up, family? This is DJTen, and welcome to the holiday installment of Hot at the 10 Spot on the radioactive 1 WBOB, your place in cyberspace for the most unique listening experience on the internet. You've got only a few days left until Christmas, and hopefully you've got all your shopping done. And if you haven't, you still got a little time. And if you have, how about giving me a holler? Because I could sure enough use some elfin magic right now to get the rest of the items on my Christmas list. We're glad that you've chosen to spend a part of your holiday here with us at our Grown Folks Block Party. You know, with all the stress that comes with this time of year, sometimes you just want to kick back and chill. So do whatever you got to do to get yourself in the mood, because we've got a great show planned for you this evening. Joining us tonight here on our holiday block party for just us grown folks, we've got some new music from Niels, Paul Hardcastle, Jonathan Butler, Herb Partlow, Patti LaBelle, Kayla Waters, Steve Oliver, and David Garfield. We've got some great holiday cuts from Alicia Keys, Rhonda Thomas, Trey Lorenz, Dave Koz, and Brian Culberson. And we might just talk a little politics and pop culture while we count down what's hot and popping on my playlist this week. The German-born guitarist kicking off tonight's show says that there are a couple of things that are important to him as an artist. First, he says he wants to be fresh, have that sound that's different from the mainstream. And second, it's got to be kind of funky, because he always has to be in that groove. And family, you know, it's got to have some stank on it if it's going to make our playlist. From his very first Christmas album, Christmas Every Day, with this week's number 10 cut, here's Niels featuring Johnny Britt with Holiday Wedding.
Merry Christmas. This one goes to the one I love. Check it out. It's getting kinda chilly. Oh girl, don't be so silly. It's you know I want by my side. Let's sit and watch the snow, girl. I'll never let you go. Let's keep each other warm through the night. Just moving closer, we'll be fine. It's our time. Close your eyes. This is a surprise from me to you. Yeah, with this ring I will be true. It's Christmas, baby, it's Christmas. This Christmas day will be married. Holiday wedding. Now I'm asking you tonight, do you wanna be my wife? I'll take good care of you. We'll be warm when we're together. Let's make it last forever. We'll make all our dreams come true. Just moving closer, we'll be fine. It's our time. Close your eyes. This is a surprise from me to you. With this ring, I will be true. marry me, baby, for the rest of my life. I love you, girl. Yeah, I'll be true to you, baby. Yes, Christmas. Yeah, this Christmas. I'm so happy, happy birthday. Ooh, this Christmas. Yeah, yeah. Holiday, wedding. Yeah, yeah, wedding. Yes. walk by, just like me. They long to be close to you. Oh, on the day that you were born, the angels got together and started to create a dream come true. So they sprinkled moon dust in your hair, a golden starlight in your eyes went blue. Oh, then la 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 la, close to you, baby. I sing la 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 la, close to you. That is why all the guys in town follow you all around, just like me. Belong to be close, close to you. Why do stars fall from the sky every time you walk by? Just like me, belong to me. Oh, close, close to you. On the day that you were born, the angels got together, decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkle moon dust in your hair, a golden sunlight in your eyes went blue. I sing la, I sing la, la la, close, close to you. I sing la, la, I sing close to you, close to you. I wanna be close. I wanna be close to you. Oh, close to you. I wanna be loved. I wanna be loved in you. Close, so close to you. I gotta be wrong. I wanna be close to you. Close to you. I wanna be.
With the title cut from his latest project and this week's number 9 cut on my hot list, that was Jonathan Butler with Close to You. The artist kicking off this next set is a veteran in the music business. Throughout his musical career, he's covered a broad variety of roles that range from radio personality, artist, writer, producer, manager, and recording and mastering engineer. In this latest project on the Superb Music label, he plays keyboards, piano, bass guitar, along with drum programming and string arrangements. From his new album with the number 8 cut on our holiday playlist, this is Herb Partlow and Future Jazz.
listen to these words I'm about to say. The world is changing and we can't put all tomorrow thinking about today. Now is the time for you to make up your mind, find a new direction. And when you find your way to the waters of life, the truth you will truly find. I leave it all up to you. I'm gonna leave it all up to you. I leave it all up to you. I'm gonna leave it all up to you. Come on. It's all up to you. If you wanna change the world, yeah. Now's the time. Water's all around us and it seems we haven't learned our lesson yet. The politician lied to you and me, it seems we always seem to forget. So if you wanna change the world you're living, gotta stand up and fight. People, are you listening? Oh, all around the world, we got to make a change the way we're living. I leave it all up to you. I'm gonna leave it all up to you. I leave it all up to you. I'm gonna leave it all up to you. Come on. It's all up to you. If you wanna change the world, yeah. Now's the time. If you wanna change the world, come on. I leave it all up to you. Gonna leave it all up to you. I leave it all up to you. I'm gonna leave it all up to you.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will save our sons and daughters? Did you know is the face of God. Oh, Mary, did you know? The blind will see, the deaf will hear, and the deaf will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? The sleepy child you're holding is the great, is the great. Is the great, is the great. Is the great, is the great, is the great.
That was the grand diva of R&B with this week's number 7 cut on our hot list. From her new Christmas album, Patti LaBelle and Friends Home for the Holidays, that was Miss LaBelle with her rendition of the holiday classic, Mary Don't You Know. This is DJTen, and you're listening to What's Hot at the 10 Spot on Radioactive 1 WBOB, where we play more of what you listen to the radio for. We're back with more music in this week's countdown after these messages.
Imagine experiencing Bahamian culture by day and enjoying the spectacular Nassau Jazz Festival by night. Labor Day weekend 2019, August 30th through September 2nd, the Nassau Jazz Festival at the luxurious Grand Hyatt Baha Mar in the Bahamian Riviera in Nassau, Bahamas. Featuring Lynn Roundtree, Althea Renee, Eric Darius, Paul Jackson Jr., and more to come. Smooth jazz in the beautiful Bahamas. Book your travel now at NassauJazzFestival.com. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Rita Watkins says it was such lovely style.
Merry Christmas to you.
It's time to gather the guests and prepare for the merry.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling.
Be sure to include this jazzy seasonal soundtrack, that Christmas feeling.
May your days be merry and bright.
Get to celebrating. Find this holiday hit in the listening loft and at RitaWatkins.com.
Come live the champagne life.
Living the champagne life. Everything's okay. Let's toast it up.
Ring in the new year at the San Diego Smooth Jazz Festival New Year's Eve weekend celebration. Presented by Rainbow Promotions and Pain Pest Management. Eric Darius, Gerald Albright, Nick Colleone, LA Collective, and more. 2 nights, December 30th and 31st at the U.S. Grant, a luxury collection hotel in San Diego. Year's Eve. For tickets to the San Diego Smooth Jazz Festival New Year's Eve weekend celebration, visit rainbowpromotions.com.
The artist taking the number 6 spot on this week's Hot List is a graduate of Howard University, where she obtained a Bachelor of Music degree in piano performance. She's also a member of the Grammy Recording Academy in Washington, D.C., and the Associate Music Director of Grace Brethren Church in Clinton, Maryland. And if that wasn't enough for this young and talented musician, she's also the daughter of one of the jazz world's most acclaimed musicians, Kim Waters. From her latest project on the Rhythm and Trippin' label, this is Kayla Waters and Zephyr.
That's it. Come on now. That's it now. Come on. That's the baby. Say, boy, what your mama gonna say if you see that you put like this? Does anyone wanna go waltzing in the goddamn? Does anyone wanna go dance up on the roof? Does anyone wanna go waltzing in the goddamn? Does anyone wanna go dance up on the roof? Does anyone wanna go waltzing in the goddamn? Come on with me. Does anyone wanna go dance up on the roof? Does anyone wanna go waltzing in the goddamn? Come on. Is anybody going? Does anyone wanna go dance up on the roof? On the town, sequence evening gown. You just climb those stairs to that ballroom in the air. Does anyone wanna go waltzing in the goddamn? Does anyone wanna go dance up on the roof? Come on with me. Does anyone wanna go waltzing in the goddamn? You got to go. Does anyone wanna go dance up on the roof? Fellas, help me say. Does anyone wanna go waltzing in the goddamn? Does anyone wanna go dance up on the roof? Woo! No one stays in downtown these days. Country car got us one and all. Before we end, let me recommend what to do when your heart is light of blue. Does anyone wanna go waltzing in the goddamn? Oh no. Does anyone wanna go dance up on the roof? I say ba ba da da ba da ba da ba da da da. Whoa, it's about to get funky in here. Yeah, turn up that knob to the baseline. I got to feel that thumping in my chest. This is a feel that hump, something with a hump in your back, yo. I can't stop it. Get your back up off the wall. Time to party, my good friend. Come on. Party. Party, yeah. Party. Have a good time. Put your hands together. Show me the new dance, girl. Come on, party, y'all. Come on, party, y'all. Hey, 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 Papa. Take the word of that old school. Now take it up high. It's a party. Party. Everybody party.
This is DJ10, and you get your internet radio dial locked on to the radioactive one WBOB. Taking us out of that set, we heard from David Garfield with his rendition of a Yuletide favorite, and this week's number 5 cut on my holiday playlist, Silent Night. In case you haven't had the opportunity to check it out, I encourage you to check out our Facebook fan page on occasion, because we're posting a lot of events going on in the area, both regionally and locally. And we're still going to do our weekly calendar of concerts and events, but we're posting on our fan page in real time as we get notification of these events. So mark your calendars, because coming to our area over the next several weeks, we've got Curtis Taylor. He's going to be at Blue Jazz in Akron on December 22nd. Brian Simpson will be at Blue Jazz on December 28th. Slave at Winchester Music Tavern in Lakewood on December 29th. Rock and roll legends Three Dog Night will be performing here in Canton at the Palace Theater on Friday, January 18th. Celebrate Martin Luther King Day with Confunction at Tangiers on January 19th, or Hub's Groove at Blue Jazz on January 20th. Bob James will be at Kent State University on February 24th. Cypress Hill will be at the Masonic in Cleveland on March 9th. Eric Darius will be back in the area and appearing at Tangiers on March 22nd. Pat Metheny will be appearing at KSU on March 23rd. And the Temptations and the Four Tops will be at the Civic Theater in Cleveland on April 4th. So if you're looking for something to do in and around the 330, log onto our website, Radioactive 1 WBOB, for concert and ticket information. In keeping with our Christmas theme, next up is another holiday favorite, this time by Skinny Hightower, with this week's number 4 song on my holiday playlist, Oh Come All Ye Faithful.
seem like Christmas is lost. Cause it's not about celebrating anymore. It's just about giving to receive. And the illest thing to me about the little drummer boy, or the little drummer girl in my case, I guess, is that all this shorty had was her drum. That's it. And through her drum, she gave Jesus her soul. And there ain't no amount of riches that could ever amount to that. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, they told me
I'm starting to believe I can make a change in my reality. And you, the one I looked up to, is no longer a thing I need in my life. I wish you well, I wish you peace. I hope it will find harmony. I wish you good, I wish you well. I hope that this is our farewell. I wish you well, I wish you peace. I hope that we'll find harmony. I knew I had to make a change, discovering my light just outside of your shade. And you, doing the things you do, try to dim the thing that makes me me. I wish you well, I wish you peace. I hope that we'll find harmony. I wish you good, I wish you well. I hope that this is our farewell. I made up my mind this time. I'm done with your lies this time. I think I'm numb to it, I'm outgrowing this stretch. I think I'm finally in the space to say I wish you well, I wish you peace. I hope that we'll find harmony. I wish you good, I wish you well. I hope that this is our farewell. Yeah.
Closing out that set, we heard from the number 3 song on my holiday playlist. That was Braxton Cook from his latest project, No Doubt and Wish You Well. Family, another music icon from my generation, has joined Aretha in God's Heavenly Choir, Nancy Wilson. And Nancy Wilson, whose skilled and flexible song stylings provided a bridge between the sophisticated jazz pop vocals of the 1950s and the powerhouse pop soul singers of the 1960s and 70s, died last Thursday, December 13th, at her home in Pioneer Town, California. She was 81 years old. In a long and celebrated career that spanned over 5 decades, Miss Wilson performed American standards, jazz ballads, Broadway show tunes, R&B torch songs, and middle-of-the-road pop pieces, all delivered with a powerful sense of the song's message. Nancy recorded more than 70 albums and won 3 Grammy Awards for her work. Some of her best-known recordings told tales of heartbreak with attitude. She was a front-runner of the modern female empowerment singer. Nancy Wilson could fill even the saddest song with a sense of strength. She was a native of Ohio, born in Chillicothe, before her family relocated to Columbus, where she graduated from Columbus West High School and attended Central State University before turning her full attention to a music career. She was active in the civil rights movement, and one of my personal memories of Miss Wilson was the relationship that she had with a nonprofit community development corporation in Pittsburgh called Manchester Bidwell. To give you a brief history of the Manchester Bidwell Corporation, it was started by a young man by the name of Bill Strickland, who, as a young man, he had a vision to provide an arts program for inner city youth in Pittsburgh. And what he did was he took an abandoned house in one of the neighborhoods, and with the help of the electricity from one of the neighbors, because he didn't have power, he ran an extension cord from the neighbor's house to this abandoned building so he could power the kiln for the pottery class. You know, back several years ago, when the agency that I used to run was looking for an example of social entrepreneurship that worked, I took my board to visit Manchester Bidwell because it was one of those rare organizations back at the time that was a nonprofit that was actually making money. Today, the Manchester Bidwell Corporation provides diverse programming to create empowering educational environments for adults in transition, as well as urban and at-risk youth in southwestern Pennsylvania. At the time of our visit, the Manchester Bidwell Corporation actually contracted with the Pittsburgh public school system to provide fine arts programming for their middle school students. They also had a partnership with Pittsburgh Plate and Glass to make recording discs and the jewel cases that went with it. Not only did they manufacture the disc, but they had a professional recording studio to record the music and a 300-seat auditorium for performances. And over the years, Nancy would actually record and perform her Christmas albums there, with the proceeds going to support Manchester Bidwell Corporation's vision and mission. Nancy's last 3 solo albums were actually produced and recorded by a subsidiary of Manchester Bidwell, MCG Jazz. From an album released on the MCG label back in 2001, this is Fancy Nancy Wilson and the Christmas song.
Nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on her way. I've loaded lots of toys, I've got goodies on my sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna try to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. promised land, and every mother's child is gonna smile to see a reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said, many times, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you.
Coming to you from the heart of the 330, you're listening to Radioactive 1, WBOB, the most unique listening experience on the internet. News, conversation, and music for grown folks.
Dear John, I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but you've left me no choice. I'm leaving. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is really serious, and lately you seem to really not care. I've been there for you since day one, and I know you think I'm gonna keep ticking, but no, my friend, I can quit whenever I want. Why can't we get back to the good times, when we were more active and ate more healthy foods, and you checked on me every once in a while? Is that too much to ask? I don't want to leave, but unless you stop ignoring me, what else am I supposed to do? Remember, when I quit, you quit. Sincerely, your heart.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Doing the minimum to control your high blood pressure isn't doing enough. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get your blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. Check, change, control. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Nurse, set up an IV. And you, her boyfriend. You were the driver?
Yes, doctor, but I didn't mean to hurt her. I only had a few drinks. I was just buzzed.
Just buzzed? Oh, then your girlfriend is fine.
Hey, sweetie. I feel great.
She's really okay?
What, are you kidding? No, not really. Nurse, get me a suture kit. Stat.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
After 8 charting albums,
it feels like Christmas, Neil.
Let's spread some joy.
Joy and cheer.
guitarist Niels celebrates his first holiday release with Christmas Every Day, featuring an amazing all-star lineup. 12 tunes, half jazzy interpretations of holiday classics, and half exceptional seasonal originals. Tis the season, Christmas Every Day. Available in the Listening Loft, Amazon, iTunes, and at neilsguitar.com.
In his latest project, Black Bottom Cake, this Bay Area multi-instrumentalist and composer delivers a passionate blend of soulful contemporary jazz for what he says is for the grown and sexy. Kicking off this set, this is Uncle Los Music with How We Roll.
Violence, always talking violence, but take a minute, baby, listen to the violence. Uncle Los Music, this is really wild. Just let the keys run around the track, get the miles in. So gonna make the most of every day. Stay prepared for obstacles. Don't let them ever tell you stop reaching for your goals. Cause the music in the moment, we won't ever let it go.
give yourself away. Be who you long to be. Honoring the one above. Strive to fill your life with love. That's how we all should roll. That's how we all.
I can hear the voices loud telling me go. Saying impact the track when it's time to roll. Get it? Cause this man never sleep like Rick Van. Give me a holler if you wallowin' in quicksand. Cause this fam, we don't break bust or rust. We own it like a wristband, quick, fast rush. Worldwide, like Katie, Steph, and Clay. Big things going down in the Bay. Hey, I post those when I toast with Uncle Los. The host close till it's said and done, then I'm close. But while I'm here, I'ma respect the real. Fight for freedom and tell the young ones we need them, yeah. That's how we keep the bloodline strong. Living in the rhythm, pass it on in a song. And every time we gonna put it to the sky. In it like a minute, if I give it to the most high.
Yourself away. Be who you long to be.
Yeah, we keep it moving, y'all. I keep it moving, y'all.
Honoring the one above. Strive to fill your life with love. That's how we all should roll.
Come on and make the most with Uncle Los.
Yeah, make the most of every day. Don't you give yourself away. Be who you long to be.
What up? Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Honoring the one above. Strive to fill your life with love. That's how we all should roll.
You've been gone for so long.
ain't got no flaws, run through them all as soon as you off. You too skinny, you too fat, you too short, you too tall, but you black and you strong. You know God loves you all. It's like your skin ain't great enough, your face ain't made enough, your hair ain't straight enough, you don't know who you are, you made it up. You see nothing about you is wrong because you're beautiful with all of your scars. Yep.
I'm afraid the what you got can't be cured, it's going to fall. I'm afraid to come the time, no fix is pain on faces, smile instead. Where are you? I'm trying to reach you. Where are you? I'm trying to reach you. I'm afraid the what you got can't be cured, it's going to fall. I'm afraid to come the time to fix what's broken, press rewind. I'm afraid that we are dead. Pain on faces, smile instead. Where are you? I'm trying to reach you. Where are you? I'm trying to reach you.
The neighbors bought food for Sister Rose, a widow all alone, 84 years old. That's unity. Ryan sees that change comes when we stand. So she had a plan. She went door to door with voter cards in hand. Celebrate family and friends, our present and our past. That's the reason for the season. Elevate community and then join in service hand in hand. That's the reason for the season. Happy Crimes at the corner store. Jordan saw the food wasn't very fresh, so she starts a co-op for all to eat the best. As a boy, I was his daddy's handyman. He learned all he could. Now he's grown up and has a business in the hood. Celebrate family and friends, our present and our past. That's the reason for the season. Elevate community and then join in service hand in hand. That's the reason for the season. Happy Kwanzaa. If you have the faith, size of a mustard seed, you can tell that mountain to move. Mountain, move. We walk by faith, not by sight. Take a stand and do what's right. Our children need purpose in their lives. We must teach them right to lead us on. The future's now in sight. Look inside yourself, embrace your gifts. All that is you need. It makes us one, creative and complete. Celebrate family and friends, our present and our past. That's the reason for the season. Elevate community and then join in service hand in hand. That's the reason for the season. Happy Kwanzaa. Celebrate family and friends, our present and our past. That's the reason for the season.
I don't know why I love you like I do. After all these changes that you put me through, you stole my money and my cigarettes, and I haven't seen, had no hair of you yet. I wanna know, won't you tell me? Hey,
cleanse my soul, put my feet on the ground. I don't know why she treated me so bad. After all the things that we could have had, love is a notion that I can't forget. My sweet 16, I will never regret. I wanna know, won't you tell me, am I in love to stay? Take me to the river, wash me down. Won't you cleanse my soul, put my feet on the ground. Oh yeah. Hold me, love me, please me, tease me, till I can't take no more. Oh, oh, take me to the river. I don't know why I love you like I do. After all the things that you put me through, the 16 candles are burning on my wall. Tell me who's the biggest fool of them all. I wanna know. Tell me, am I in love to stay? Hey, take me to the river, wash me down. Won't you cleanse my soul, put my feet on the ground. Won't you take me to the river, oh, wash me down. Cleanse my soul, put my feet on the ground. Alright, oh, wash me down. Take me to the river.
You know, family, over the years, this London-born musician has maintained a reputation as being one of the most versatile and prolific acoustic guitarists on the contemporary jazz landscape. With the number 2 cut on my holiday hit list, this is Peter White
Se
with
avessi
his
un'aura
new single,
per ogni
San
volta che
Tropez.
penso un po' a te, ora stare a Saint-Tropez, ora stare a Saint-Tropez, con uno yacht e lo Chardonnay. Se avessi un euro per ogni volta che penso un po' a te, ora stare a Saint-Tropez, ora stare a Saint-Tropez, con uno yacht e lo Chardonnay. La strada bagnata riflette le nuvole del cielo grigio, ho scordato gli occhiali da sole e c'è una luce che mi dà fastidio. Al telefono sento soltanto il vento che soffia le tue parole altrove. Un turista mi ha chiesto dove è il centro e di nuovo ho sbagliato indicazione. Ti ricordi quella volta che non ci partiva l'auto e stavamo mano nella mano? Ti ricordi che Pallago mi hai preso lo sguardo con gli occhi quando mi hai guardato? Ti ricordi quella notte a Parigi che tu non dormivi e che poi mi hai svegliato? Abbiamo fatto l'amore aspettando che il sole sorgesse lontano. Sai che se avessi un euro per ogni volta che penso un po' a te, ora stare a Saint-Tropez, ora stare a Saint-Tropez, con uno yacht e lo Chardonnay. Se avessi un euro per ogni volta che penso un po' a te, ora stare a Saint-Tropez, ora stare a Saint-Tropez, con uno yacht e lo Chardonnay. E penso che poi in verità la fine non faccia per me. E se lascio le cose a metà, è che l'altra metà poi sei te. I film che non ho più visto, i libri che poi non finisco, e le frasi più belle che non ti ho mai detto, che ho dentro un cassetto, ma poi ti dirò. Se avessi un euro per ogni volta che penso un po' a te, ora starei a Saint-Tropez, ora starei a Saint-Tropez, con uno yacht e lo Chardonnay. Se avessi un euro per ogni volta che penso un po' a te, ora starei a Saint-Tropez, ora starei a Saint-Tropez, con uno yacht e lo Chardonnay. Se avessi un euro per ogni volta che penso un po' a te, ora starei a Saint-Tropez, ora starei a Saint-Tropez, con uno yacht e lo Chardonnay.
See, I can remember the days when I was so excited I couldn't sleep. And every present that said another tree was there for me. I used to wish for a lot. I might even write a list so I never forgot what I was thinking about. And then I'd mail it off and wait to see if my wishes would come true. Every time I'm every time up in heaven, I can reminisce how Christmas used to be, how it used to be. As a child, I remember life seemed so much better, so much better, so much better. I long to go back to those Christmas days. And I miss my younger days of Christmas. Oh, I miss my younger days of Christmas. Said I miss my younger days of Christmas. I reminisce about my younger days of Christmas. See, I can remember running around, playing in the snow, tricking little girls under the mistletoe. Love and joy everywhere, all the beautiful sounds of Christmas filled the air. Mama's in the kitchen cooking, while the rest of the family sits around the tree. Oh, how I wish I could turn back the hands of time, 'cause Christmas ain't the same to me. Every time, every time, every time, every time, I can reminisce how Christmas used to be. Reminisce how it used to be. As a child, I remember life seemed so much better. I tell you, it was better. I long to go back to Christmas Eve. I miss my days of Christmas. Oh, I miss my younger days of my younger days. Hey, the good times we had. My younger days of Christmas. You remember? Say that you remember. Yes, about my younger days of Christmas. I miss my younger days of Christmas. Do you miss the way I miss my younger days of Christmas? So long ago, everybody on I miss my younger days of Christmas. I reminisce about my younger days of Christmas. Every time I look at the stars, I can reminisce how Christmas used to be. As a child, I remember life seemed better. You know it did. How I long, how I long, how I long. Christmas Eve.
the storm. What do I care how much it may storm? I've got my love to keep me warm. I can't remember the worst December. Just watch those icicles fall. What do I care if icicles form? I've got my love to keep me warm. Up with my overcoat, up with my gloves. I need no overcoat. I'm burning with love. My heart's on fire. The flame grows higher, but I can weather the storm. What do I care how much it may storm? I've got my love to keep me warm.
goodness. That was Brian Culberson with his powerful rendition of Joy to the World. From our family here at Radioactive 1 WBOB to yours, we'd like to take this opportunity to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a joyous Kwanzaa, and a Happy New Year. I'm DJTen, and you're listening to What's Hot at the 10 Spot, where contemporary jazz meets R&B, hip-hop, and old-school funk. You're listening to What's Hot at the 10 Spot, right here on Radioactive 1 WBOB, your place in cyberspace for the most unique listening experience on the Internet. I invite you to join me, DJTen, for the morning mix, weekdays from 8 to 10 a.m., an eclectic mix of contemporary jazz, R&B, old-school funk, and conscious-raising spoken word, guaranteed to get your weekday started off right. And while you're in the neighborhood, you might just want to hang around because it's going to be an R&B kind of afternoon from noon to 4 p.m. And finally, be sure to visit the Jazz Lounge on the corner of 10th and J Street Monday through Thursday from 7 to midnight for the best in contemporary jazz and funky jazz fusion. Only on Radioactive 1 WBOB, where we play more of what you listen to the radio for. We'll be back with more music for grown folks and this week's number one cut on my playlist after these messages.
Hi, this is Nathan East, inviting you to join me as I host Sandy Shore's Jazz Weekender, Valentine's Day weekend, February 14th through 17th, 2019, at the beautiful Quail Lodge and Golf Club in Carmel, California. I'll have my amazing band of brothers with me, Steve Ferrone, Michael Thompson, and Greg Fillinganes. We'll be performing some romantic music in an intimate, high-fidelity setting overlooking Monterey's wine country with special guests Boney James, Boz Scaggs, Mesa, Rick Braun, Vincent Ngala, Paul Brown, and many more. Plus, nightly after-parties featuring Pete Project from Budapest, a Jazz and Wine Line luxury bus tour of Carmel tasting rooms, and a sunny side upright jazz brunch with my trio featuring my son Noah East. 4 days in God's country. I hope you'll join us for the inaugural Jazz Weekender, and we'll meet in Monterey. See you soon.
Sandy Shore's Jazz Weekender. Event partners include Blue Microphones, District 7 Wines, Alvarado Street Brewery, and Carmel Magazine. Book your room and experience package now at jazzweekender.com.
I heard on the news about that 5-year-old who found his uncle's gun. The kid didn't know it was loaded.
I heard on the news about that 14-year-old girl who was bullied online. For like a year, she couldn't take it anymore, so she got her dad's gun from his nightstand.
I heard on the news about that guy who broke into someone's house, stole a gun from the hall closet.
He accidentally shot his cousin in the head.
She killed herself.
And later, killed the owner of the store he was trying to rob.
If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearms storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
Why was the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling on it.
The dad joke. Corny, groan-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
What did the buffalo say when he dropped his son off for school? Bye, son.
So take a moment to make your kid laugh, because dad jokes rule. Make your kid laugh today. Go to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Blue Note at Sea is the jazz event of the season. Sail with Marcus Miller, David Sanborn, Candy Dulfer, Eric Marienthal, Robert Glasper, Josie James, Candace Springs, and many more. You'll experience an incredible variety of concerts, many with these amazing musicians and never-seen-before collaborations. The cruise sails January 26th to February 2nd, 2019 from Fort Lauderdale, Florida on Celebrity Infinity with ports of call in Nassau, Cozumel, Costa Maya, and Key West. The ultimate vacation for jazz fans, Blue Note at Sea is the hippest and coolest jazz program ever offered at sea. Learn more at BlueNoteAtSea.com.
Born and raised in Kingston, Jamaica, at age 10, the artist holding down the number one spot on this week's Holiday Countdown was on the road touring internationally with one of Jamaica's biggest record-selling gospel groups, Grace Thrillers. Today, he's considered to be one of the most gifted musicians of his generation in his role as a music director, bassist, composer, producer, writer, and vocalist. From his latest project, Funk Doctor, here's Rohan Reed and Watch Me Now. This is DJTen, and you've been listening to the holiday edition of What's Hot at the 10 Spot on a radioactive 1 WBOB. And my time is about up for this week, but again, before we go, I'd like to wish you and yours a very safe and pleasant holiday season. How about getting ready for the holidays and enjoying it with family and friends, and the joy and warm feeling that comes with this time of year. Let's not allow those feelings of happiness and love for one another to end at the end of the holidays. With that being said, I'd like to leave you with this parting thought about happiness. There can be no happiness if the things we believe in are different from the things we do. So until next week, this is DJTen asking you to be happy and be sure to do the things you believe in.